All right, all right. It's another episode of Spotlight 39. I'm Rob Odie. We're in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave, right? This is another episode, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man. The outreach has been fantastic. Make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you continue to turn notifications on because we've got new content, new episodes, new stories to share every day. I can't stress enough how great this outreach has been. So continue to support us, continue to grow this platform so we can continue to share stories and get more looks and more exposure for these young athletes that are looking for an opportunity. Whatever that opportunity is, man, we got to continue to help them find that opportunity, right? And that's what this platform is all about. So now that all that fun stuff's out the way, man, let's get into it. Tell us who you are, where you're from, what sport, or in your case, what sports you play, and we're gonna have some conversation.
All right. Well, my name is Marcel Stewart. I go to Bolingbrook High School in Illinois. I am a three-sport athlete. I play football and I wrestled, but I only wrestled from middle school to my junior year because I wanted to focus more on football.
Okay.
And then I've also been running track since middle school.
Okay.
And my positions in football is wide receiver, slot receiver, and I can also play kick return.
Okay.
And
Anything on the defensive side? DB? Anything like
um,
that?
freshman year, I tried to play the position, but I couldn't really get my footwork down. So
Okay.
I started off at running back freshman year,
Okay.
and then continued playing running back sophomore year, but I wasn't getting as much time as I thought I was gonna get. And my dad has always been telling me that I can easily just switch over to wide receiver. So I ended up making that switch that after that sophomore season.
Okay. So switching from running back to wide receiver, not that big of a transition. Obviously, you go from trying to run people over to outrunning them, right?
Right.
Um, so what are some things that you worked on for that transition? What would you say are some things that you're still working on, you're still developing?
Well, thanks to God giving me the parents that I have. Naturally, I had the ability to catch. So, I mean, anyone can ask. They've seen me easily catch random things other than the football with just
Okay.
one hand. So it just easily flowed to that position. But other than that, naturally, I had speed. I wasn't, a 4.2, 4.3 guy, but I still had speed. Um,
What's your last clock 40 if you don't mind me asking?
Um, last time I clocked it, it was actually two times. It was with my dad because I was going to the field just to get a workout in as usual, and then he clocked me at I want to say a 4.6,
Okay.
and and then the next time I ran it, it was maybe a 4.6 flat, close to a 4.9, 4.59.
Okay.
Yeah,
So improving, right?
right.
Good deal, man. Yeah, that was Darius's strong suit, man. He tore his ACL unfortunately at a UVA rivals camp, and
Mhm.
then came back a year after the injury, man, and was faster than ever. And is that
Right.
the pup?
Yeah, this is my baby, Diamond.
There there it is. But yeah, so he came back after rehabbing and all that good stuff, and went to another rivals camp in Charlotte, North Carolina, ran a 4.36, and that's when yeah, that's when some opportunities started coming back around. So I just figured I'd throw that out there for my man. Always got to plug him when I can. So let's talk about something that you really excel in. If I were to talk to coach, what would he say makes you different, than the other guy, right? Because obviously you're not the
Right.
only receiver on the team. What makes you stand out? What makes you the number one, receiver?
Well, in
And I
my
don't want no
opinion,
disrespect to the teammates by any
right,
means, but
of
I'm putting
course,
the spotlight on you.
course. In my opinion, I would say that I am a very good route runner. I would also say that my hands, again, it's so natural. It's to the point where I'm making catches that sometimes I never knew I could even make. And coach coach wise, they have been telling me that I run pretty good routes and I have great hands. So I take that to heart and just perform when I can using
Yeah,
that.
man. So with that, right? Let's kind of take it. And what are some things that that they're coaching on you right now, or something that you found within yourself, that you need to work on to really blow up and take it to the next level?
Uh, I would say a lot of times, sometimes not a lot, but sometimes it would be endurance.
Okay.
Because of course I'm gonna get tired, especially with the positions they have me playing. I'm moving around a lot.
Sure.
Um, I will also say, for me personally, I would like to get out my breaks even faster than I do now.
Okay.
So and be able to create more separation between me and the DB.
Good deal, man. So you got goals, right? You
Right.
got you got the plan in place. What are you doing about that, right? So what are you
Uh,
specifically working on, obviously, to get out your breaks a little bit faster, or whatever that might look like? What are you doing specifically to get better in that area?
well, of course, I try to get to the field as much as I possibly can, especially with the conditions right now.
Oh
But
yeah.
because I live in a cul-de-sac, I can easily just walk outside to the street and just set up cones and just go through it. Just work on my
Nice.
footwork, just breaking in and out, but in between the cones, past the cones, and just overall getting better in any possible way that I can.
Man, that's great. That's great. Um, how's your recruitment going right now?
It's actually gotten a lot better.
Okay.
At first, of course, junior year, I didn't start because there was a receiver ahead of me, so I
Sure.
didn't get that much playing time. But overall, a lot of coaches just like my workout films, my couple of clips I have from spring
Sure.
football, and because of that, I ended up getting looked at by a lot of colleges, including Augustana College, Benedictine University,
Great.
and they were just overall they just loved the abilities that I brought to the field.
Good deal, man. So, and I'm sorry, but remind me, you said you're a senior this year, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So senior year in Illinois, you guys don't have a season at the moment. Not well. You're not going to have a senior year or a senior season the way it looks, right?
Right. They said that they plan on having us in the spring, so
Okay.
just hoping on that.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say because earlier this evening I actually had Coach Solomon back on with a group of his guys from Fist Academy out of the Chicago metro and the Burbs area, which was pretty interesting. You're from similar area, right? We're a
Right.
similar state. So yeah, he definitely talked about mental toughness, not having the game that you love to play, right?
Right.
And not the big question mark of not knowing if it's going to happen. And then you have the other aspect that really brings you down as well. You're a senior, right? You're looking for those opportunities and those looks, and because of COVID, those opportunities aren't as easy to come by. Not that they're easy in general, but they're not as accessible, maybe, right?
Right.
The opportunities aren't there like they could be or they would have been had COVID not been here. So it's super unfortunate the times that we're living in, but keep pushing, right? So
Right.
keep putting in that footwork, keep going on Twitter. I mean, Twitter seems to be the recruitment capital of the world, right?
Yeah.
you know, Twitter is not used for a whole lot other than recruitment, at least from what I see, right?
Right.
That's where all the eyes are. So continue to put that footwork in. You mentioned that you put in workout films, right? So that's obviously key because anytime that you can show what you're doing to get bigger, better, stronger, faster, and continue to blast these coaches, man, it's going to put you in a good position. And then some advice that I got from another young man that he's in a blessed situation where he's got a handful of big time D1 programs that are looking at him, and one thing that really stuck out and really kind of hit home was this young man took over a month to research every program that he was interested in playing for, to find out their coaching staff, and he emailed them individually to send him his tape, to send him workout film, and basically to send his resume on who he is on and off the field. And after about a month, or so of him doing that, he said, the work really started to show because obviously he had the talent. You've got the talent. Now you just need the eyes, right? And
Right.
that's how he went about it. And I just thought that was really no, that was a really different approach because a lot of times you'll see, young athletes on Twitter and they're just blowing up, coaches' comment boxes. And, unfortunately, a lot of times that kind of tends to get overlooked, right? You're
Right.
going to be one of several hundred. Um, and whether or not that coach even takes the time to look at that particular post, right?
Hmm.
Whereas if you take the time to really research who you are interested in, and then look at the position coaches that would be your direct report per se, and send them your personal cut for them, I think is a best practice that is pretty good. So figured I'd throw that out there for you. And man, I just got thrown off course, but let's talk about the classroom. I don't think we talked about that yet, right? How's your grades looking?
They're looking well. Freshman year for me, I honestly wasn't focused, and because of that, my grades went down.
Sure.
But I picked it right back up sophomore year, and so from then on, I've really just been A's and B's student, and right now I'm still an A's and B's student, but
Nice.
now it's mostly A's.
Where's your GPA, give or take?
It's at a 3.5, 3.5.
A modest 3.5, right?
Right.
No, that's awesome, man. Great job there. Obviously the classroom is super important, and it tends to be a trend, man. Like you get the high schools of freshmen, and a lot of student athletes that I talk to. It kind of that's the learning year, right? You learn, things to do and things not to do, and how important certain things are if you want to have a brighter future. So, great job on recognizing that and getting the grades where they need to be. Have you taken your test yet?
Yes, I actually did. I
How'd
think it
that
was
go?
last month. Uh, honestly, it didn't go as I thought it would be. I felt
Okay.
like I could prepare a lot more for it.
Okay.
So, but I still know that I tried as best as I could.
You got plans to retake it, or are you gonna take the score you got and use it?
I'm just gonna keep the score.
Okay.
I feel like my GPA alone is gonna be helpful enough.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. So let's move away from the field, right? Because obviously you got a lot of talent, on the mats, on the field, on the track, right?
Right.
But let's talk about who you are as a person, man. What do you enjoy doing outside of being an athlete? What are you
Well,
involved in?
um, a lot of times, if you don't catch me at the school's weight room or the field, I'm usually at church, really. Just helping out with whatever I can. I sing for the choir. I
Okay.
play
I
instruments for
I'm gonna put you on the spot. No, no, I'm
them.
playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I ain't gonna do that. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I play the drums for them.
Awesome.
I actually used to be in the school band, but at the same time, I just didn't want so much to do.
I was gonna say, at
Focus.
what point did you have a chance between everything else? When were you planning on jumping on the band? With
Uh,
school,
it was hectic for me, but
take off the pads at halftime, come out with the marching band,
oh
knock that
no,
out, and then go.
I didn't get to that point. I'm glad I didn't get to that point.
That could be a little stressful, right?
Right,
But little halftime is game time, right?
right.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. So, involved in the church, right? You do any charitable events, like Relay for Life, Jump Rope for Heart
Uh,
walks, anything like that?
our big thing at Jubilee Baptist Church, we what we do is we go to Chicago and we hand out Bibles, some crackers, McDonald's gift cards to the homeless,
That's awesome.
and we also help with the this children foundation. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Feed our starving children. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that's cool, man. So, anytime you can give back like that is obviously, a blessing to the folks that you're helping, but it really makes you feel good inside. And, ultimately that's exactly what I'm doing this podcast for, right?
Right.
Is doing it for my man, doing his name and his honor. And, it just makes me feel joy inside knowing that, in 3 short weeks, it's really seeming to take off, and we're really getting a bigger audience, a more national audience, which is just fantastic. And I'm excited to watch it continue to grow. And again, that's what brings joy to me, is having these conversations and letting you share your story, and hopefully get some more exposure to you, right?
Right.
That's the concept, that's the idea, and that's the hope, right? Because it only takes one opportunity, whatever that opportunity looks like, right? be open to it, and be mindful that everybody's road to success is very different. And anytime that you have an opportunity, your path to success is going to be different than my path to success, right?
Right.
Everybody's going to look at success in a very different way. If you have dreams of going to the NFL, by all means reach for those dreams, but be mindful that only a small percentage, of folks go to the NFL.
Right.
And at that point, what is your plan outside of that? And I use this reference a lot, but episode 3, if you have an opportunity, it's a young man by the name of Jeff Devon, right?
Hmm.
He was the team captain in 2018 at UMaine, on the defensive side, and he had a ton of talent, right? Unfortunately, an injury kind of slowed, a potential pro career down, but he didn't let that get him down, right? He transitioned into the workforce, and now he's at the University of Nebraska as a director for diversity and inclusion.
Wow.
So, that goes to show that's a very successful story. And, he was a very talented, young man. So, like I said, everybody's road to success is different and everybody's measure of success is different. So, look at any opportunity as a big, job interview. Listen to what they have to say, sell yourself. And, with that, I'm gonna finish out the show, man. We've been chatting for some time and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna ask you the same question I ask everybody, every young athlete that I speak with, and that's what motivates and what drives you to want to be that much more successful than you were, tomorrow when you wake up than you were today.
Well, two sides actually. It actually drives me well. The first one, of course, is using these gifts that God has blessed me with, and uh, my family just overall supporting me and just teaching me what to do, what not to do, what to look for, and what not to look for, whether it's athletically or academically in a
Yeah.
college. But also, my other drive is getting that chance to get an offer from the school. Right now, I have one offer from Avila University in
Okay.
Kansas, Missouri.
And what
Uh,
type of program is that? Is that NAIA, JUCO,
D3, D3.
D3? Okay.
Yep.
And is
So
that a partial or
they
or
haven't
is it
gone into detail with it, but
okay? So you
they
got an opportunity.
right. I have
Yep.
an opportunity, and honestly, that the day that that happened, it just drove me crazy because I was thinking to myself like I did that with very little film. Like right now, the only film that I have is camp. So,
Sure.
and I felt like, man, if I could do that with that film, then imagine what I can do when I have the game film, when I put in even more work. So it just
Exactly.
keeps me going.
No, that's yeah, man. That's huge. Yeah, when you get that first opportunity, man, it changes your life, right?
Right.
It hits deep, and especially if you got that passion and you got that fire, it really does hit deep, and it does motivate you. Everybody I talk to that gets that first call or first conversation, man, they're hungry, right? You just want to
Right.
you just want to keep eating, keep going for it, and the more you push yourself, the better you're going to be as a person, better you're going to be as an athlete, and the work's going to show. And I think your future is super bright. So I'm going to wish you nothing but the best for our audience. Please hit that subscribe button again, man. Let's continue to grow this platform. We're doing exciting things. We're helping out, these young athletes. It really does help more than you could ever know, and it doesn't cost a dime to hit subscribe. Right? Sounds cheesy, but it's real life. The more subscribers we get, the more eyes we get on these young athletes. So please continue to support and continue to help us grow. Um, again, man, I pray that you guys get to have a season, man. Hopefully, this will go away and life will come back to some form of normal. Hopefully, you can get to some camps, get some more opportunities. And we're gonna be in touch, and we're gonna blast this thing all online, man. Let's blast it.
For
Let's make
sure.
sure everybody watches, right? We want all the
Right.
eyes on you. You're the
Oh,
superstar tonight. So I appreciate it. Wish you nothing but the best. Again, I'm Rob Odie. This is an episode of Spotlight 39. Man, this was exciting. Came from the heart, and I appreciate it.